Virgo, have you felt it? A strange pressure building, even when nothing seems wrong. That's because between May 30th and June 1st, you are walking through what spiritual masters call a karmic corridor. It's the final echo of the 3/3 portal, the energy gateway that began your soul's upgrade earlier this year. But now, the universe is circling back to see, did you learn the lesson, or are you still looping in pain? During this 3-day window, your sign is being tested by a rare trio of cosmic forces. 1. Mercury square the moon, confusion and miscommunication. Your ruling planet, Mercury, clashes with the moon, creating a storm in your inner world. This leads to misunderstandings, emotional withdrawals, and second-guessing your every move. 2. Chiron activation. The wound resurfaces. Chiron, the wounded healer, reopens an emotional scar. Something you thought you had healed may suddenly sting again through a conversation, a rejection, or a painful memory. 3. Saturn's karmic pressure. Are you really ready? Saturn, the Lord of Karma, is watching. It brings structure, but also consequences. If you've been ignoring your intuition, this is where the price shows up. This alignment creates a rare phenomenon. A shadow portal opens for Virgo, revealing your deepest fears, hidden karmic patterns, and the exact thing holding your soul back from its next evolution. You're not just experiencing random chaos, you're being called out by the cosmos to graduate to your next spiritual level. That's why May 30th is not just a date, it's your checkpoint, and if you miss this warning, the same tests will return again and again, until 2033. Virgo, you're not imagining this, something deeper is happening. It's the feeling that things aren't quite right. You're doing everything correctly, yet the results feel off. You're checking the boxes, keeping the peace, staying productive, but your spirit feels unsettled. Why? Because you, Virgo, are standing at a cosmic crossroads, and between May 30th and June 1st, the universe is holding up a mirror to your soul, and it's demanding the truth. A powerful shift began months ago during the 3/3 portal, a gateway that activated a soul-level awakening in you. But now, the echo of that portal is back. This isn't just the continuation of the cycle, it's the final karmic checkpoint. And what you do in these 3 days will ripple across the next 8 years of your life. During this window, 3 dangerous astrological alignments are forming a kind of spiritual pressure cooker, and Virgo is directly in the line of fire. Let's break them down. 1. The shadow moon squares. Mercury, the mind becomes a maze. Mercury is your ruling planet. It governs your thoughts, communication, decisions, and focus. But during this window, the moon, governing your emotions and inner life, is in direct conflict with Mercury. The result? You feel mentally scattered, misunderstood. You second-guess your intuition. You feel emotionally sensitive, but logically cold. People twist your words. Conversations that should be simple become overwhelming. And the people you usually feel safe with suddenly feel distant. This isn't random. This is the universe forcing you to stop thinking and start feeling. It's a test. Will you trust your inner voice, even when the logic doesn't add up? 2. Chiron triggers the wound. You thought was healed. Chiron, the wounded healer, is active in your chart during this period. This asteroid isn't soft. It doesn't play games. It brings back the pain you buried, that unresolved heartbreak, that betrayal, that moment you said, "I'm fine," but you weren't. During these 3 days, especially around May 31st, something or someone will stir this old wound. It may come in the form of a dream that reopens an emotional scar, a message from someone you cut ties with, a moment of silence that feels like abandonment. This is a karmic flashback. The universe wants to know, will Virgo close their heart again, or finally allow it to stay open even when it hurts. 3. Saturn demands accountability, no more escaping. And finally, we meet Saturn. This planet is the stern father of the cosmos. It rewards maturity but punishes avoidance. And for Virgo, Saturn's message is clear. It's time to stop pretending you're okay when you're not. It's time to stop rescuing others while you drown. It's time to show up for yourself. If you've been ignoring your boundaries, suppressing your truth, or procrastinating on the deep healing work, you'll feel it now as fatigue, confusion, and emotional burnout. Saturn doesn't just test, it documents. And what you do during these 3 days will determine what you receive or don't for years to come. So no, this isn't punishment, it's purification. The universe isn't being cruel. It's asking, will Virgo rise or repeat? Will you learn the lesson or live it again and again and again until you do? And here's the spiritual reality no one tells you. If you fail this test by ignoring your emotions, betraying your truth, or falling back into old patterns, your timeline may delay until 2033. Yes, 8 years. 8 years of spiritual detours, repeated cycles, and delayed blessings. But if you pass, the path ahead clears, your destiny realigns, and the version of you you've always sensed finally emerges. Virgo, your soul is not being broken, it's being refined. This is the background of your test. This is the weight behind May 30th to June 1st. Now, let's reveal exactly what happens on May 30th and why it's the day everything begins. Virgo, let me be clear, May 30th is not a regular day. It's a spiritual ambush disguised as just being tired. You may wake up feeling low energy, even if you've had plenty of rest. Your mind might feel foggy, your motivation gone. It'll feel like something's just off, and you may not be able to explain it. But the reason is energetic, not physical, because on May 30th, the universe is activating your first test, the test of energy and exhaustion. Why this day feels like a drain? Your ruling planet, Mercury, is tangled in a harsh alignment with the moon. This creates a deep inner conflict between your thoughts and your emotions. Your logic will say, push through, but your soul will whisper, pause, protect, retreat, and that's where the danger begins. Because May 30th isn't testing your productivity, it's testing your boundaries. The spiritual danger of overextending. Virgo, you're the healer, the helper, the fixer. You're used to being the strong one, even when you're running on empty. But on May 30th, people will sense your light and try to pull from it. You'll be asked to listen to someone's problems for hours, cover for a co-worker who slacked off, say yes to an event you're not emotionally prepared for, loan energy, time, or even money when you barely have enough for yourself. And here's the trap. You'll feel guilty if you say no. You'll tell yourself, they need me. But the real question is, do you need you? Signs the test has begun. Pay attention to these signs. They're not coincidences. They're cosmic signals, sudden fatigue or dizziness, even if you slept fine. Someone unexpectedly dumping their emotional drama onto you, feeling obligated to fix someone's issue, even if it drains you, migraines or tightness in the shoulders and neck, getting blamed for something you didn't do or didn't control. Feeling like your presence is being used, but not appreciated. These are not annoyances, they are clues. They're the universe asking, will you finally choose yourself? Welcome to the Karmic Loop. Here's the truth you need to hear. Every time you abandon your own needs to rescue others, you send a message to the universe. I don't matter. So the universe keeps sending you people and situations that reinforce that lie. This is the loop. The lesson repeats until you stop it, and May 30th is your chance to break it. Solution: radical rest plus sacred no. This day demands something rare from Virgo. Permission to rest. Permission to say no. Permission to protect your peace at all costs. Here's what to do. Cancel what doesn't feel aligned. Turn off your phone if it keeps buzzing with "help me" messages. Decline the invitation with love, but firmness. Take a spiritual bath, go for a solo walk, or just sleep. Let someone down if you must. Your soul comes first. Remember this. Rest is not weakness, it's a shield, and you are allowed to use it. If they leave, let them go. And here's the hardest part of this test. Someone may pull away if you finally say no. They may act cold, distant, or even manipulative, but that's exactly what the universe needs you to see. Because not everyone who needs you deserves you. If someone walks away when you set boundaries, bless their path and close the door. That's not abandonment. That's the karmic cut your soul has been waiting for. Virgo, this is not about being mean. It's about being clear. It's about honoring your energy as sacred, because it is. May 30th is the day where the universe asks, will you keep draining your light to keep others warm? Or will you finally say, I deserve peace too? That's day one. That's the test. And now we step into May 31st, a day where your heart, not just your energy, is on the line. Virgo, if May 30th was about protecting your energy, then May 31st is about protecting your heart. On this day, you are entering the most emotionally volatile zone of this entire 3-day test. Because now, the universe doesn't want your time or your energy, it wants your emotional truth. And it's going to get it by triggering everything you've tried to forget. May 31st, the test of trust and triggers. On May 31st, don't be surprised if someone from your past suddenly texts, calls, or appears in your dreams. A family member brings up something from years ago and it cuts deeper than expected. A relationship you thought was stable suddenly feels uncertain, or worst of all, you feel alone, unseen, or emotionally abandoned. This is not coincidence. This is a soul-triggered activation. Words that wound. You may hear subtle or direct comments like, "You're too sensitive. You always take things personally. You're never satisfied. Why can't you just get over it?" Or maybe you hear nothing at all, just silence, coldness, distance. And for Virgo, who overthinks every silence, that silence can scream. What's really being tested? Virgo, May 31st, is not about who hurt you. It's about how you hold yourself through that pain. This day is designed to test your emotional maturity, boundaries in love, ability to process instead of react, and most of all, your self-worth. Because here's the truth, your past doesn't define you, but your reaction to it reveals your readiness for the future. That's why the universe is shaking the emotional ground beneath you. Signs to watch. Here are the spiritual symptoms that your heart chakra is under testing. Dreams about exes, old friends, or situations that still sting. Sudden sadness or crying without logical reason. Feeling rejected even when no one says anything. Miscommunication with someone you love deeply. An old memory randomly surfaces and hits hard. These aren't breakdowns, they're breakthroughs in disguise, because your soul can't rise if it's still carrying emotional weights from 5, 10, or even 20 years ago. The fire is for your purification. May 31st is not about testing your patience. It's about burning away what no longer belongs. It's about asking, have you really healed? Have you really forgiven? Have you really let go? And most importantly, do you trust yourself enough to stand strong, even when love feels uncertain? Solution: don't react, reflect. This is the most critical piece of your May 31st test. Do not react. Don't send the angry text. Don't explain yourself to someone committed to misunderstanding you. Don't fall into the emotional trap that says, I need their love to feel okay. Instead, journal, sit with your pain and ask, what is this moment really about? Observe what your body feels. Let the emotion move through you, not bury deeper. Because the emotion that you feel today is not meant to destroy you. It's meant to set you free. The final test is forgiveness. Not forgiveness for them, especially if they never apologized, but forgiveness for you, for carrying that weight so long, for thinking it was your fault, for betraying your own heart just to keep someone else comfortable. Virgo, when you release the resentment, you shatter the chain around your destiny, because the emotion that held you hostage becomes the key that finally sets you free. This is what May 31st was built for, not pain, but power. And now, we move into the final day, June 1st, a day where everything you've experienced, every trigger, every decision, every boundary, must now be chosen with purpose. Virgo, you've made it to the final day. But don't relax yet, because June 1st is not a finish line, it's a fork in the road. It's the moment when the universe says, choose. June 1st, the test of choice and timeline. This day may not feel dramatic. It might even appear quiet. But beneath the surface, a timeline shift is preparing to lock in. You've been through exhaustion, you've been through emotional fire, and now you face the ultimate question. Will you stay safe in the familiar or step forward into the unknown? This is the moment, Virgo. Every soul gets tested, but not every soul graduates. June 1st is your graduation moment, and the final exam, choice. The not dramatic, not loud, just quiet, intentional choice. You'll be offered two paths. One will look familiar, comforting and easy, but it will keep you stuck in cycles you're tired of repeating. The other will feel risky, scary, like it's too soon or too much. But it holds your next timeline, the one aligned with your highest purpose. The danger is your own mind. You may hear yourself say, I'm not ready. Maybe next month. Let me just fix this first. But Virgo, time is up. This is your now or never portal. Signs to watch. Here's how the universe will test you. A familiar habit or person resurfaces, inviting you back into an old version of yourself. An opportunity appears, but it feels intimidating or out of your comfort zone. You begin to doubt your worth, your voice, or your readiness. You feel tempted to delay, to stay safe, to wait for a sign. These signs are the test itself, and this time, Virgo, you must recognize the trap of comfort, because comfort is not always clarity. Sometimes it's just the cage with velvet walls. This is the final test. Do you trust yourself enough to choose the path that scares you, but grows you? Can you look at the thing that shakes you and still walk toward it? Because here's the secret the universe won't tell you unless you leap. The path isn't revealed first. The path is built under your feet, after you step. This test is about trust, not in others, but in yourself. Solution: take the leap. This isn't about being fearless, it's about acting anyway, even if your voice shakes, even if your legs tremble. The universe doesn't need your perfection. It needs your permission. Permission to evolve, permission to rise, permission to say, this version of me is no longer enough. I'm ready to become more. And once you do, magic begins to unfold. Doors you couldn't see before open. People you didn't know you needed appear. Resources flow. Peace returns. Power activates. But only if you move first. Virgo, the portal is here, and it's not going to wait. This is the final karmic checkpoint. Whatever you choose today locks in. If you stay small, delay or shrink in fear, your soul will keep circling the same lessons. But if you leap, even trembling, your timeline shifts in real time. This is what June 1st was made for. To test your courage, to reveal your timeline, to birth the next version of you. The decision is yours now. This isn't about what others will say. It's about what your higher self has been whispering all along. Leap, I'll catch you. Virgo, if you're watching this, if you've made it this far, then hear me now. You are not cursed. You are not broken. You are not being punished by the universe. You are being cleansed. cleansed of what no longer belongs to the version of you that's trying to rise. You've walked through 3 days of spiritual fire. You faced exhaustion that nearly broke you. You faced emotions that tried to drown you, and you faced a choice that terrified you. But Virgo, you're still standing, and that means everything. These past 3 days have not been random. They were a divine design. They were a soul test. May 30th tested your boundaries. May 31st tested your heart. June 1st tested your trust in yourself. And now it's time to understand what it was all for. This was never punishment, it was preparation. You're not here to repeat pain, you're here to evolve from it. You were not born to stay small, quiet, or emotionally imprisoned. You were born to expand, to heal, and to lead. But Virgo, you cannot carry dead weight into a divine timeline, and that's why the universe stripped away your illusions, the lies you were still believing, that you're too much, that you're not enough, that it's safer to stay quiet than speak your truth, that love is something you earn instead of something you are. These lies were chains, and now they're burning in the fire behind you. May 30th, May 31st, and June 1st are not here to punish you. They are here to prove you. They are here to prove that you've outgrown the need to fix everything and everyone, that you are worthy of rest, joy, and softness, that your pain no longer defines your future. That silence is not rejection, it's redirection, that discomfort isn't danger. It's destiny calling Virgo. This is your soul's rebirth. And yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it hurts. But remember, diamonds are forged in fire. Gold is purified through flame. And your soul is becoming both. You've outgrown the people, patterns, and fears that once defined you. And now the universe is watching, asking only one thing. Will you rise? Will you let go? Will you stop clinging to pain because it's familiar and finally choose what's divine? Because until you show the universe that you're ready, with your actions, your choices, your energy, it cannot deliver the next chapter. Let go, let it rise, Virgo. Let the people go, let the pain rise, let the silence teach you, let the stillness reveal you, let the light find you. You don't need to fight anymore. You don't need to chase. You don't need to beg the universe to bless you. You are the blessing you always were. And now you're being called to remember. So take a deep breath, place your hand over your heart and say to yourself, I passed the test. I choose my timeline. I am no longer who I was. And I honor who I'm becoming. Because Virgo, the darkness you just survived wasn't the end, it was the beginning. Virgo, do this right now. Comment below 11 times. I passed the test. I choose my destiny. This isn't just a comment, it's a cosmic contract. When you write it, you activate it in the quantum field. You show the universe, I'm ready. Subscribe and turn on the bell. Because Virgo, your next message is already forming in the stars. In the next video, I'll reveal the 5 millionaire numbers the universe is assigning to you for June 2nd. Yes, this is your breakthrough window, but only if you're aligned, only if you're present. Share this video with another Virgo, especially someone who's been feeling disconnected, anxious, or spiritually lost. You never know. This message could save their soul's timeline. This video could be the wake-up call they never knew they needed. And now, watch the next video on Virgo's lucky code for June, because after this final karmic test, your timeline is ready to bless you. Final words, Virgo. The test is real, the portal is closing, and the universe is watching. What you choose today shapes everything, so choose boldly, choose wisely, choose your destiny.